Well everyone, welcome back to the tips videos. Today I'm going to be helping out our good pal Double N some more. However, since this is the second time I'm talking about Double N in a tips video, let's see what's improved, what has stayed virtually the same, and what has gotten worse. Let's begin with the good. Number 1, your videos are a lot shorter. You went from 45 to hour-long videos, and now your videos generally only max out at like 10-15 minutes. So that's good, unless it's a multi-parter. I guess those kind of count and kind of don't count, but okay. Your plot develops pretty quickly. That's not to say that the videos are the most exciting videos in the world, which I'll get to in a minute, but at least your plot develops quickly. You know what the main conflict is, and there you go. For example, in the Baby Mischief, the conflict was pretty easy to figure out. It was just Mario has to bring over his children, I think, and then Toad has to take care of the children. So yeah. And your editing has improved significantly. That's not to say that it is perfect by any means. I mean, even I'm not perfect at editing, and I've been doing it for years. But you've been getting really good at jump cuts and stuff like that. Some of the more basic stuff. Soon we can start teaching you stuff like effects. Next, and this is going to begin some of the stuff that I would want to improve. Here's the stuff that has remained virtually the same, or has adjusted so slightly that it's negligible. Music and sound mixing. I will admit it has gotten slightly better, but there are still times where I can barely hear the characters. Frankly, I would rather hear the characters and what they're saying as opposed to the music. Does that mean remove the music entirely? No, not at all. Please keep the music in. I'm just saying that the music should probably be lower as opposed to higher. Some of the character voices, most of the character voices have remained the same, and that's not a bad thing by any means, but they kind of lack diversity, so I would recommend fixing that. And this is probably one of the worst things in the same category. The videos still drag. I mean, dear God, I reacted to the Baby Mischief parts 1 and 2, and my brain was telling me stop, you're gonna give me like cancer or something. And again, that's not to be offensive, but legit, you really need to work on that. The video needs to be more fast-paced and stuff, just quick, to the point with all your things, instead of having to just talk for 2 or 3 or 5 minutes. And here are some of the things that have gotten worse. Actually, there's only one that I can think of anyways. Some of the character voices are even worse. Now, this is not much of them. In fact, the only one I can really remember is Toad. Toad in the Baby Mischief Part 1 sounded just awful. I think even your fans could agree with me on this. But, yeah. Oh, and also something I should add is the fact that you're cussing even more, and again, Baby Mischief Parts 1 and 2, you said your mom's anus or something. And 1, it was a dumb joke, and 2, I don't even get what's going on there. It was more confusing and weird than anything else. But yeah, so that's gotten a bit worse, the whole swearing thing. So yeah, how do you improve these? Well, let's start with the music and sound mixing. Just again, lower the volume of the things, the music, sorry. Some of the character voices, that's actually kind of hard even for me, hey, or hey yo, it's Blue Dude, and oh hey Blue Dude, how you doing? a lot of people, frankly, sometimes even myself included, can barely tell the difference between them. That's why I'm going to begin, like, changing the pitches of some of them. So, like, I'll just say it in your normal voice, and then during editing, you change the pitch to either higher or lower for each character and whatever. That should really help you a lot. Like, if you watch some of my other videos, you'll note that one of the characters in my Mario and Luigi's Stupid Adventure series, I actually changed the pitch of Stupido's voice because it sounded way too much like Death. But yeah, some of the character voices, that's how you fix those. And then the video dragging, again, just make things a lot faster paced and don't have Toad just like talking to the camera for a few minutes at a time. And then some of the really things you need to fix. Some of the character voices are even worse. Again, just like just use pitch editing. It'd be way easier, to be honest, than like straining your voice and people saying I don't like the new voice and all that stuff. But yeah, and the swearing, just I don't know, don't use like, oh, it just came out of your mom's anus jokes. It's not funny, really. And just a couple other things that don't need fixing. They're just kind of little precautionary things, not things you need to deal with right away, but things that I would suggest. Especially the editing. I don't know, just add some more transitions and effects and just make it look a bit cooler if you can. If you ever need any help or advice on any of those things, I'm going to make an editing tutorial either for you if you ask it, or I'll just make one in general. So yeah, ask for some editing tips and tutorials if you want any, and I will gladly give them. And the other two things, your videos being a lot shorter and plot develops pretty quickly, they still need work, but that can be improved pretty easily with with less video drag, less Toad talking at the camera. Yeah. So keep on that track, and yeah. Oh, and also before I go, congrats on what, 8,000 now subscribers, right? Yeah, 8,000, just over 8,000 subs. Sorry. Also, that was like a legitimate clap. That wasn't like one of my sarcastic claps, because my sarcastic claps go a little something like. Okay, I'm sorry, I'll stop. Anyways, but yeah, so there's some more advice for you, Nick. Hope you can take that advice and apply it. So, yeah, that's about it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all later. Take care.